Hello, it's Chrissy here from the Creative Eclectic. Hope that you're having a lovely morning, and I hope that it's a lovely Saturday where you are. I will just share this to with my friends. Yeah, it's a bit rainy here in Brisbane. It's a bit of a miserable day. I think that my father-in-law brought the Christchurch weather with him. So I'll just wait a couple of minutes, see who's on, and we'll get started. It's Mystery Stamping Saturday. Now, I'm working from a different room, so hopefully this will be okay and the lighting is okay. I haven't actually tried filming in this room before, so I'm hoping everything's going to be fine. Hi Lynn, you're here. That's fabulous. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday. So today is mystery stamping. So you've already got your first clue. We're going to I'm just going to stick my piece of paper down to my desk because it keeps moving and it's driving me a bit batty. So yeah, as I was saying, it's a bit awful weather here in Brisbane. Very rainy. It's very much like Christchurch weather, and although it's not quite as cold. So today's mystery stamping is all about using your own supplies to make something that you wouldn't have thought of making. Okay, hi Kim, good morning. Hope you're having a lovely morning. And hope you're out of your pyjamas. I'm only just out of my pyjamas. Oh, it's cold with rain there too, Lynn. Oh, that's dreadful. I don't like rainy days, although I know we need the rain. Yeah, but I had all these plans to do stuff outside today. Like we were going to go for a walk along the river and all of that. But we're not going to do that in the rain. And, yeah. And I was thinking about where I could go and watch River Fire because that's on tonight, but it might. Are you asked to leave your PJs, Kim? Good on you. It's a PJ day today, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. So, we've got all of our first clues this morning. So, you're going to need the stamps and dies of your choice. And I actually can't... dies are optional, so but I can't decide between this birthday piggy, which is a new set. I know it was cold when we were down in Adelaide, Lynn. It wasn't too bad, but it was cold. So now this birthday piggy dies, playful piggy dies, are brand new. They only were released to everyone on the 1st of September. So I can't decide between using that one or my old favourite, the which isn't old at all, the kindest gnomes set. So I'm tossing up between the two. So I have already made the card, so I'm not completely winging it. Sorry, Jodie, if you're watching. All right, so what you're going to need is just your stamp set of your choice, whatever inks that you want to use that coordinate with your stamps. Then you'll need some cardstock. So this will be approximately half a sheet. I trim it down a little bit, and the reason I trim it down is because I like to have exact measurements when I am cutting. So it's 5 3/4 that way by 8 that way. Okay, so approximately half a sheet. So if you're working in US sizes, you might need, I think half of your letter size will work, okay? Then you will need some pattern paper. So that coordinates with your cardstock. So I've got this one and this one both. So one is, paper number 1 is 1 3/4 inch wide by 5 high. So our card will be what we call a portrait card. So it's a this way card. So you need to be careful if you're using directional paper. The second piece of paper, which is a different pattern, is 3 3/4 wide by 5.5 high. Okay, so just under 1/4 of an A4 sheet. So if you're doing it in US sizes, this one will be just under a 1/4 of a letter size. So 1/2 inch, 1/4 of an inch less. Okay, then you will need some basic white circles. I recommend about 2.5 inches, and you need 2 of those, and don't worry if one of them's got ink boogers on it, it's all right. So then you will need 2 pieces of white. And can you believe that I didn't cut those? So they'll be 1 3/4 inches by 2.5 inches. Now, if you're die cutting or anything, you'll need some extra basic white, or I'm saying white, but they could be vanilla or whatever you're going to use as your base card. You'll need your trusty bone folder. You'll need, oh, mine's very dirty. You'll need the blocks for stamping on. So whatever adhesive, I'm using the multi-purpose liquid glue because I find that easiest. And you'll need a paper trimmer with a scoring blade. So if you've got a Stampin' Up trimmer like I have, you can use that, or you could use just simply have a paper trimmer plus a simply scored tool or a scoreboard or whatever you like. Okay, and then you'll need your scissors. If you've got to take your pick tool, you might need that for your bling. You've also got a die cutting machine if you're using that, ribbon, Wink of Stella, embellishments or bling, okay? So, all right, so if everyone's got all their clue items for clue number 1, what I need you to do is after you've completed each step, I need you to write in the comments done and the clue number. So this is clue number 1, so I want you to write done 1 in the comments section. So if you're crafting along at home. If you're not crafting along at home, that's okay. You're welcome to comment and chat to me as much as you like, because I need to know people are watching. All right. Oh, and I did forget, you probably need your scissors as well. Okay. You've done most of 1. Okay, Kim. All right. Are you still right for me to get started? All right. So let's get on to clue number 2. Now, you don't normally see me make this with you. all right? Thanks Kim, unless it's a tricky step. So let's get on to clue number 2. Clue number 1 on the floor. So I hope the lighting is okay. I just I'm really not sure about the lighting in this room. I had to turn off the overhead light because it flickered way too much. Okay, so the first bit we're going to start is clue number 2. So every time you finish a clue, you are going to type done at the end, done and the clue number. So you've got your first clue. You're going to take your 5 and 3/4 by 8-inch cardstock, and you're going to score it at 4 inches on the long side. So that's your long edge. You're going to score it in half. Okay, and then you're going to fold it and burnish it, the edge, with your bone folder. Now I will do a little bit with you today because there is a bit that is a bit tricky. Okay, so we've burnished it nice, it's nicely folded. Then you're going to open it out flat and use your trimmer and trim off a strip. So I will do this with you so that you know. So you're going to get your 2-inch strip and you're just going to trim it off. Now I try and make my cards for mystery stamping pretty easy. Okay, I only think I need a new blade. Okay, so you'll end up with 2 pieces. So, and this just makes it easier. So I know I've done it exactly in half. So if you're in the US, you're going to fold your base card in half, and then you're going to trim off half of one of those halves. I hope that makes sense. I know that my friend Cheryl and friend Linda often watch, so I want to make sure that they know, have got the sizes as well. So we're going to keep this strip. Do not get rid of it. So we'll set that across to one side for now. So when you've done that step, just type done and 2. So I wonder what's really good wet weather things to do. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of what we can do with my father-in-law today, Bill. It's so lovely having him here from New Zealand. We love him so much. And so he's only with us till Monday, and then he has some more holiday with the rest of the family. But I'm trying to think of some nice things to do today. So you've done number 2? Great, Lynn, that's great. So, what colours are you using, Lynn? And what paper are you using? That'd be good. I'd like to know what everybody's using. Kim, what colours and paper are you using today? Oh. It's a 2-inch strip, Kim. So basically, you're cutting that piece in half. It says here in the instructions, you're going to use your trimmer to cut a 2-inch by 5 and 3. Oh, you're using black. Oh, Night of Navy. And what about the pattern papers? What pattern papers are we doing? Are we right, Kim? Moving on to the next step. I'm using, my pattern papers are from the Hostess papers, the Celebrate Everything. I think they're so pretty. Oh, you're using tartans. Oh, plaid and tartans are so nice. Done number 2. So we're all going along. And the reason that I get people to type done 2 is because, or done 1 is because I sometimes craft too fast. And I'm using blue winter trees. Is that from the gnomes set, Kim? Gnomes paper? Alright, clue number 3. Attach your largest piece of pattern paper to, so you open this out flat and you're going to attach your largest piece of pattern paper to the right hand side of your base card. Okay, there should be an equal border around the pattern paper. So that's this size paper. Okay, which was 3 3/4 by 5.5 inches. Okay. Yeah, when you're done that step, you're going to type clue 3 and done. Now, I really like this card because it looks really impressive. All right, and I think it's lots of fun, and you can always change things up later on. Okay, so you can use different shapes and all sorts of things, but it's the base card is another, what I call one of my foundation cards, and I use it a lot. Okay, you're done number 3. That's great, Lynn. Kim, how are you going? Okay, so if we're all right there, we're going to move on to the next step. Have you decided what stamp sets you're using today? Oh, you're gluing. Okay. Thank you, Kim. While you're gluing, I might cut the piece that I forgot to cut. I don't know how I can forget to cut 2 pieces of cardstock. I thought I was all organised. Okay, so we're almost done. I don't have many people online today. It must be either too early or too late. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next clue now. Oh, Scotty Dog stamps and punches. That sounds really good. That's a nice size, that image too of the Scotty Dog. I did a few of those cards with that a few weeks ago. I think I borrowed Kim's Scotty Dog stamp set to okay, so you're going to close your card and you're going to affix your 1 3/4 by 5.5 piece of pattern paper to the front of your folded cardstock. And then you're going to open it back out again. Okay, so this bit here is your other piece of pattern paper. So, yeah, so sorry, Lynn, I was saying I really like that Scotty Dog set, and it was lots of fun to play with. And I like it doesn't have to just be a Christmas card. You can use it for birthdays, and you can use it for the backgrounds in it. It's got that like ribbony background. That is so cool. All right, so when you've finished clue number 4, we're going to type done. So black cardstock with that one. That's going to be good. Kim, what stamp set are you using today? Okay. All right. I think we're going to move on to the next one in a second. So your card will look like that. So it's starting to come together. Can you see how it's coming together? Or do you have any clues about what's going to happen next? The penguin set. That's awesome. Okay, let's move on to clue number 5. Okay. So when I make this card by myself, not talking and chatting, it takes me about 15 minutes. Okay, so it takes a long time when you're doing it on the video, but yeah. So you've got this piece of cardstock that you had cut off from the front before. This is your chance to use it in clue number 5. So you're going to score it and fold it in half, or you could just fold it in half and burnish it if you don't want to be bothered with the score lines, which is what I'm going to do today because I don't want to move. So you're just going to burnish or rub the edge with your bone folder. Okay. And when you've done that, just type done 5. So I try and make this really step by step. So, and it's Lynn's first time stamping along with us today. So I hope that she enjoys it and comes back again next month. Oh, done number 5. All right. So when you finish your 5th clue, just done 5. All right, we're moving on to clue number 6. Okay, now it's time for stamping. So you've got your circles. Now you've got 2 options. You can stamp directly on your circles, or you can stamp on your scrap pieces and then die cut. So, and this is a step that takes a little bit of time, so you'll get annoyed with me chatting. So, or maybe you won't, I don't know. So this is where, yeah, if you're die cutting and stamping or colouring in, look, I've already die cut my piggies, so I'm just going to colour in while you stamp. Oh, you enjoy it and you'll be back next month. That's great. So you've got a bit of stamping. We've got 3 bits of stamping. All right. So now on this other, you've got your 2 white pieces that are 1 3/4 by 2 1/2. Just going to cut mine. And you can stamp what we call salt and pepper images. So your salt and pepper images are little images that fill up spaces. So just grab a stamp set too. So see these little images here? These little stars and little snowflakes? They're what you call salt and pepper images. So that even the little musical notes. So they're what you use to fill in spaces. So if you look at, you've got 2 lots of stamping. You've got stamping on your circle, stamping your sentiment on one of the 1 3/4 by 2 1/2 inch pieces. And then on the other 1 3/4 by 2 1/2 inch pieces, you can stamp some little salt and pepper images if you want. Okay, so and they're lots of fun, those little images, because they just make it easy for you to fill in some space and add some interest to your card. Now, if you didn't want to stamp salt and pepper images, but you had some die cut ones, like in the little dies that go with this little piggy stamp set, this one here, this birthday piggy stamp set, it's got some really great little dies. Now, these dies are only available for the next month, but it's got some little, what we call salt and pepper dies as well. So these little, I think you call them ribbons and dots. So what I would do if I was cutting those is I'd actually put some adhesive backed paper on the back before I die cut them. So yeah. So yeah, so that's just something. That's what I mean by salt and pepper images. And Kim would have heard that term before, if not from me, from our friend Meg at I Teach Stamping, because she uses that term all the time as well. So yeah, so this is the step that takes a little bit of time, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Trust me. Trust me, I'm an expert. Oh, that sounds so bad, doesn't it? Okay. So and I'm not doing the die cutting of my little salt and pepper images because I don't feel like it today. But I will be colouring in my little piggy. And it'll be very, very rough colouring of my piggy. So I should have coloured him before I actually went live, but I don't know why I didn't. But he'll be pretty. So one circle you can put the salt and pepper stamps on before you put your punch Scotty on. Yes. Does that make sense? Okay, so Kim, you've got your circle, right? If you're doing a stamping directly on the circle, you can stamp on that, or you can stamp on your scrap and die cut it, so that'll be one image like that. On the second one of these pieces, you need to stamp your sentiment. Okay, let me just so does that make sense? So I might just say this little piggy says happy birthday on mine, if I can find it, that one. Okay. All right. And so when I talked about salt and pepper stamps before, you can put them behind on your circle, and you can also put them on the other hang on, I'll explain that. You can put them in 2 places, Lynn. All right. So let me just stamp my sentiment. And I'm hoping that's going to be straight. And I know it's going to be. All right, so we got that. So I've got some salt and pepper images. I'm going to use the ones from the Caroline Mice. And you can put them, well, you can put them wherever you like, really. But, my yellow, I'm going to put mine on the, I've got my salt and pepper images. So I'm going to put mine on this blank little piece. This will be the piece that the person writes on. So I'm just going to put a couple on there. Now you can do whatever you like. So this is why it's mystery stamping. So you don't have to follow the rules. There are no right, because there are no rules. So I'm just putting my little stamps around. So I do it in a lighter colour so that people can write in the middle. And it doesn't matter if they write over the top of it. Okay? So then on my circle, I'm also going to put a couple of my salt and pepper stamps. And I'm stamping on my instructions. All right. And then if I thought I wanted to put some on my sentiment layer, I can do that too. Does that make sense now? You can put them wherever you like. You're just filling in some white space. Does that help? Gotta quickly colour my little piggy in. And I've lost my marker. Kimmy, does that help you? Your salt and pepper, what size, do you mean what size is the white sentiment layer, or what size is the circle, or what size is the salt and pepper stamps? I'm not sure, Kim, what you're asking me, because I don't have a crystal ball. Oh, the rectangle, if you look at the clue here, clue number 6, it's 1 3/4 by 2.5. So when you've finished your stamping, I need you to, and your colouring and die cutting, whatever you're doing, I need you to type 6 and done. Now this is the bit that takes probably the longest when we're doing mystery stamping. I'll just put my little, I'm colouring my little pig here. I'm colouring his little, little stars. And his little moon. Oh, it's such a cute little pig. So cute. So I really like colouring. I've done so much colouring over the last few weeks, and I think, oh, probably, but I've done all mainly watercolouring. So this is when you're colouring, you're picking up the colours from your paper, and I normally wouldn't colour during mystery stamping, but I am today. So when you've finished your bits, make sure you type 6 and done when you finish your stamping. Ooh. So, any suggestions about what colour I should do this little piggy's back? Given that he's got pink and he's got green. What do you think? I think that he might need a blue bike, but maybe a green one. Oh, I'm not sure. I'd love to know what you think. I'm thinking I nearly went outside the lines because I couldn't see them. Huh. Any suggestions for our piggy? Blue, you reckon? Yeah, I think that's a good colour. Balmy blue or Bermuda Bay? I don't have a or. Yeah, I don't have Pacific Point in the blends. Or do we need a soft blue? Or Pool Party? That could be another option. That's a blue as well, isn't it? What do you reckon, Lynn? Pool Party, yeah, I thought that would look good, yeah. It won't be too bright. So, and I've got a new Pool Party ink blend too, so that's good. Because they tend to get a bit what do you call it? A bit of wear on them during class, and although I haven't been using them as much in class lately, but not everybody is gentle, and when I'm colouring, I'm probably not the most gentle person either. Yes, oh, I like that Pool Party bike. That's a good choice, Lynn. Very good choice. And it's such a cute little bike. All right, so and you'll see I'm not really worried too much about blending this fellow. He's just really rough colouring. Oh, I should have done his his seat in green. But I'll do it in Bermuda Bay instead, just to add another bit of interest to it. So see if you notice, I've used colours that are in the, try to use colours that are in the pattern paper, just because it's a bit more fun. And some Poppy Parade somewhere. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to go back and finish labelling all my stamping blends, so whoops, we ran out of the line. So when you've finished, oh hi Carol and Jody, we're up to clue number 6. Yes, you do need 2 rectangles, Kim. Yes. Hope you're having a lovely day. Carol, I hope you had the most fabulous wedding anniversary yesterday. I meant to text you and to happy anniversary, and I don't know what happened, but you're here now, so I'm going to say happy anniversary and hope it was fabulous. And Jodie, how are you this morning? It was a bit early for you this morning, so yeah. Okay, so we're at clue number 6, so we're more than halfway through. All right, so if we're finished colouring and finished stamping, we're going to move on to clue number 7. Oh yes, it's just 70 today. Oh goodness, that's a big achievement. Oh. All right, let's go. So have we finished with clue number 6, everyone? So finish stamping our sentiment. Okay. I'm just gonna pop my piggy on. On my circle. You would think I would have dimensionals somewhere on my desk. I've got black dimensionals, I've got mini dimensionals. Mini ones will do. Okay. So, Kim, you can put some salt and pepper images on your circle rectangle, or you can just leave it blank. Okay? And if you want to leave it blank, and go back and do it later, that's not a bad thing either. Okay? You've one rectangle. Yep. So you've done the basics. All right. So I'm just going to stick my little piggy onto my circle. So the next few steps will move fairly quickly. Okay. I'm using more little mini dimensionals than what I had planned, but just pop him on. Okay, so we'll move on to clue number 7. So we've got that. Let's get to our layering. So we've got our folded strip. Okay, now today I'm doing it differently to normal because it has got a few little tricky points in it, but normally you wouldn't see my creation until the very, very end, and that's a bit of fun too, but it just shows that there's no right or wrong answer. So we've got our folded strip, and we are going to centre that. And see, the fold is on the outside, so you're going to glue your 2-inch cardstock strip to the large piece of pattern paper. You're going to centre it left to right, and you're going to put it in the bottom third, or it should maybe be the bottom half. So I did it so that it was about the same distance on the pattern paper from the left and the right and from the bottom up. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So we're just going to glue that on, or use whatever adhesive that you have. Okay. And the fold goes to the right. So it goes to the right-hand side. So to the cut side, not to the fold. Not to the card fold. Does that make sense? Hi, Roz. Happy Saturday. I hope it's lovely there in Canberra. If that's where you are today, you've been travelling a bit, so I don't know where you might be this week. You're at Gold Coast, Canberra. Never know where you're going to be. Oh, you stayed in bed this morning. It's cold. That's saying, Jodie, it's a bit cold here too. Bill brought the New Zealand Christchurch weather with him. All my outside activities. Okay, you've done that one. That's great. Then you're going to pop your sentiment piece onto, so it's centered on that left-hand side of the fold piece. Okay, that's great. Are you with us, Kim? All right. Oh, I hope Bella's doing okay. Awesome. So when you've done number 7, write 7 and done. Okay. Right. So let's see what we're up to now. So Little Piggy is doing really well. So this is what you'll have. You'll have a strip on the front, a strip on the inside, this strippy bit here which you've cut off, that edge here. Okay, so you're done 7. Kim, are you done 7? And we'll move on to clue 8 because I'm conscious of time. I was chatting a bit and my Apple Watch is saying, stand up, stand up. Ugh. Okay, so you're going to close up your card and then close up your flap. Okay, so this is clue number 8. So you've closed your card base. If you're going to maybe... This is why you probably need to score it, not just fold it. Then you're going to pop this other piece on here. And when you've done that, you just type 8 and done. So that's a simple step, isn't it? Okay. Nice and simple. So when you've done number 8, just type 8 and done. And we'll move on to the next one. Okay, that's great. Awesome. Clue number 9. So now you're going to add your circle to the center of the front of that layer. Now you can, so there's 2 parts to this step. So that you can add it like so it's down centered, or you can add it, I'm having it so the base fits on the bottom of my card, right? And you can add it with dimensionals, you can keep it flat, whatever you like. And then when you've done that bit, you're going to open up that flap and stick your other unstamped circle Now, the thing you have to remember here is when you're attaching your stamped image, it can't be wider than the base card. So you might have to move it a little bit, which is what I'm going to have to do. Completely forgot about that. Like wider than the, can't be wider than the flap. It can't hang over the edge. Okay, so I've had to move mine so that when I open my flap, it doesn't get all crumpled up. And it's still not quite right. So, let's move it again. Oh, I tore it. It's all right. Okay. Hi, Glenda L. and hi, Lisa. Oh, thank you for joining us today. We're nearly done our mystery stamping. It's a fun fold card today. Okay, so we're up to clue number 9. So we've only got one more clue left after this. So the next step, a part of clue number 9, is we're going to attach that other circle behind the back. Now this is where you can write your birthday message, okay? Because if you don't have something here, now you don't have to use a circle. If you want to use a square or a rectangle or an oval, when you did that shape, you are very late joining today. Well, you'll be able to watch it on replay, Glenda, and you'll get to see the card. So we've got our, we've done number 9. If you finish with 9, just type 9 and done. And who can guess what clue number 10 is? It's the same just about every time. I'm sure you can't guess. Surely no one would be able to guess. Is it lovely and sunny up there today, Glenda, or have you got all the rain up there too? Yes, that's right, Jenny. This is where you embellish, embellish, embellish. It's clue number 10. Okay. Yes, so clue number 10 is embellish with your card with your ribbon and your ink, and add some Winker Stella, do whatever you like. So this is our very last step. And oh, it's overcast, drizzling and raining. Oh, I was hoping it was going to be fine up that way. I've got friends who are travelling up there at the moment. Well, they should be travelling back from up there. They were at Normington and then they were coming down the coast. So I'm not quite sure where they are. But it's a lovely part of the world. My husband was saying he hasn't been to Rockhampton other than to stay in a motel for work at the hospital. So, yeah, you might have to change that. And Yeppoon, and so, because I think that's a lovely part of the world. Maybe I can convince him that we need to do a few more road trips in the near future. Because I can stamp from anywhere, which is really good. So, how's everyone going with their bling when you've finished your blinging? Just type done and I will show you my finished card or cards. I've got 3 of them to show you. Oh, you've done number 10. How are you going, Kim? You done number 10 as well? So you can, the beauty about mystery stamping is sometimes if you just make the card base, and you can go back and put your images on later, and that makes it a bit more fun as well. So quickly colour my... Okay, so we're ready to see the finished card. I bet you're not. And you're done 10 as well. Okay. So sometimes you've got it, you might go, oh, I've got a stamped image and I don't know what to do with it. So you can go back to your mystery stamping videos and find your little card, like find a layout. So this is my card today. I probably need to colour in his little banner, but I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out, so I'll probably colour his banner green or something like that, or maybe yellow, maybe daffodil. And so this is my inside of my card, and it says, this little piggy says happy birthday. So it's really quite a simple card, but because I sent it in Messenger. Thank you, Kim. Lynn, I can't see it right now because I'm using my phone. So let me show you the other two that I did. So that's my little piggy one for today. I've got another one that's all cut that I'll swap the papers around. So this is my tree one that I did. Now you'll see I've added an extra circle in. So you'll see, like, you can adjust the size of your circle. I've added a circle layer in this one. So this is with the tree lot dies, I think. These were a and I've stamped my image on a celebration paper. This paper is from the gnome set, and then that's really pretty. Okay, then I've got this little gnome here, and she's got a vellum circle behind her it's a one of these tree rings vellum circles, which I got when I was in Adelaide visiting Jodie and Lynn, and yeah, so it's a really cute little card. And so I just use the die cuts from the paper. So it's such a simple card to make, and it's a really good one for the craft group. And oh yes, Kim, and I'll send you the instructions if you like. Oh, thank you, Glenda. I'm glad you like them. I really like this tree one because I've used the designer series paper that came with Celebration, and I had some vellum that's, well, it's not on very straight, is it? We just won't look at that. It's supposed to be like that, okay? Must have moved because I didn't have a lot of tape of adhesive behind the vellum. So you can add to it. So if you wanted to if you had an oval die, you could use the oval die instead of the circle, or you could use a square and turn it on an angle and make it a diamond, whatever you like. So it's a really fun, easy card. You get to use, so you could use the paper. You can swap the paper around. I like having, I don't know whether I like having more of the bold pattern on the front or it on the back, but I'll make the other one like this with the other piggy, and we will I'll post that. But thank you so much for joining, and you have a happy Saturday, and I'll talk to you at our next mystery stamping. And I'll post some photos and a link to the video. I'll put it on YouTube as well. So have a great day, and bye for now. Happy creating.